look, I'm telling you this right now. Nintendo has gone out of their way over the last 3, 4, 5 years to really help themselves look like Disney as far as alienating a core audience. And this next move doesn't help them at all, as this is courtesy of Dexerto, as Nintendo has forced a major speedrun charity event to remove its games.
Man, that's
from
such
this.
a bad look when it's a charity, man.
Yes. This is a company out of Japan actually that does speedrunning thing like just like games done quick here in the United States. And so Nintendo has issued a warning to a speedrunning charity event in Japan, which led to the organizers straight up pulling its game from its lineup. Phoenix?
I just want to cut to these poor sick children, just have nothing with Nintendo pulling that. That's what I want to see. I want to just see that cutaway. Horrible.
Right.
Yes. As the biggest charity speedrunning series in Japan, many have been looking forward to the RTA Summer 2025 event, the marathon, which takes place August 9th to August 15th. First showcases its lineup of games back in June, from Cuphead, Silent Hill 2, The Elder Scroll 5, Skyrim, obviously, and many others. There are plenty of popular titles that gamers are familiar with. However, if there's one noticeable thing, it's the lack of Nintendo games. So there was no official explanation behind this at the time. However, the event organizers have shed some light on the situation, revealing that the exclusion of Nintendo titles was due to them getting a warning from Nintendo. On their website, they explained that they were contacted by Nintendo and were told that, quote, as a legal entity, they would have to ask for permission in advance to feature their games during the event on June 13th. Phoenix, you look shocked.
Yeah, I just don't understand, like, what is Nintendo thinking? This is like the absolute worst place to do it. In some small I can maybe understand protecting your IP as far as people making games of that. All right, I can maybe hear that argument. But if you own something and you're just putting on a charity event and that happens to be one of the games that you're playing that day, I don't even understand legally how Nintendo has the right to do that. And why they would even want to. The PR for this is going to be a nightmare.
Right? I mean, I guess, like, when you're at the point that Nintendo is at, it doesn't really matter how much worse your PR gets. Everyone's going to keep buying your shit anyway. So you can literally go out and, like, DMCA charity events, and everyone will get mad, but it won't matter because it won't hurt your bottom line.
Listen, you are 100% right, and I am part of the problem because I think this is scummy. I hate it. It's like people who are upset at Disney and then go to Disney World, right? Like, look, we're all hypocrites. We all get it. But damn, it sure is fun to go to Disney World. But damn, Nintendo sure makes good games.
Yep.
That's really kind of what it comes down to with a lot of this. And it's frustrating. It really is. But to continue here, this comes back to them wanting to protect their IP. Nintendo has also stated that all previous streams, this is crazy. Nintendo has also stated that all previous streams featuring their games constitute unauthorized use. So
That's
are thinking about,
man.
right.
If I'm Sony or Microsoft, I'm immediately donating, I'm putting everything into that event.
This is like an easy win for any competitor to just be like, hey, use our games. In fact, let us give you games.
Yep. Given that the RTA hopes that to stream Nintendo games at future events, the organizers have decided to comply with the permission request and have begun negotiations with the company. The idea that you got to negotiate to have their games at a speedrunning event.
That's what, like, Japan's IP laws are like, right? Like, even HoloLive, they need to ask permission from the big companies to play games. And that's why some streams have gotten shut down before, because, like, they thought they had the permissions, and then it turns out that, like, it wasn't finalized or whatever, and so the talent has to, like, shut down their stream. It's ridiculous over there.
Well, this is pointed out here at the bottom, and I'm glad they pointed this out. It says, as has been the case for a while now, Nintendo has known to have strict guidelines regarding its games or IP. This isn't the first time that the company has led to something like this happening. Remember back at EVO, the big fighting game tournament in 2022, Smash Brothers was pulled from the EVO fighting game lineup.
I remember that.
So, yeah, and if you go back even further, back in like the mid 2010s, Nintendo created like they attempted to do this on YouTube as well, where there was they wanted you to be a part of a Nintendo partner program for you to play the games and live stream their games on YouTube, which that was vehemently rejected by YouTubers. And I think that just kind of slowly petered away and went into the shadows. But they have gone out of their way to really make themselves look bad in situations like this. And like, we have King of the Cart coming up at the end of the month. Have we reached out to Nintendo? No, of course we haven't. But please
we live in
join
America.
us. That's right. We live in freaking America, y'all. But please join us for King of the Cart on the 30th. And honestly, the best thing that could happen would be for them to send us something and be like, you can't do King of the Cart. And I'll be like, really? And but like, please, Nintendo, send us something letting us know we can't do this, because like, you're already on everybody's shit list. But I do agree with you, Kirsha. As much as the blowback online would be, ultimately it's not going to hurt their bottom line.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Blabs, you got anything on that?
Fuck Nintendo.
All right, there you go.
Metaphorically
And,
speaking,
Phoenix,
but it's really unfortunate because I actually really like their merchandise. Like when I was in Japan, I was looking at their shops and all their cute plates and stuff. I'm like, that is some nice quality stuff. But you guys are also very shitty, just like every other company, to be honest, from Warner Brothers, Disney, PlayStation. So it's not like they're like individually just the shittiest company. So fuck them all. But do what you want with your own money.
I don't know. Have you heard that from, like, I don't know, has Sony done that? Would Sony just stop some children's charity event or whatever the hell it is? I haven't heard that.
I've never heard it, but they do other shitty stuff. So it's like a scale.
Right. Poison, as it were.
Yeah.
Mr. Floridian says Nintendo used to be a fan favorite, for now they become the villain. Yeah, it's tough, man. That's been the hardest thing for me over the last several years, is kind of realizing that they are just Disney 2.0, just in video games. And they really don't, they say they care, but they don't. It's about the bottom line, I
mean, I
like,
pretty much only
worst.
bought Nintendo products as far as their handhelds went, so I could continue playing Pokemon games. And I don't even own like a Switch or a Switch 2 or anything. And the last games I bought were like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet with the intent to play them, and then I never got around to them. So
Yeah.
I was just gonna use Tim's fucking cuck console for it,
Well, it's just another example of like the goodwill, specifically as somebody who's loved Nintendo my entire life. I got Mario behind me. I got all these Nintendo games behind me. All these things right here, these are a part of my childhood. And I've said this many times, but Nintendo has something that Sony and Microsoft doesn't have. They have an entire generation's childhood. And their own IPs drive that. Nintendo, Mario, Metroid, Zelda, Pokemon, as you mentioned. These are all tied to so many people's childhood, and it's very hard. Nostalgia is a very powerful weapon that Nintendo wields, and they are wielding it very, very strongly. So, your dad said you should watch this next video, and you don't want to disappoint Dad, do you?